That must be so annoying. Like finally, like all right, this time I'm gonna jump over the blocks and magma block,
and then boom,
and then
there.
and boom, you explode.
And it gives you time to think about it.
Yeah,
It's
you're like, did
I
you really need to jump in there? Did you really need to jump
Is that
in
a
there?
good idea?
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing Jakal with some better ideas than I have versus Steve. Wolf versus Steve. Jakal versus Onin starting off on Battlefield.
Alrighty, landing one forward air, and look at that, running into the shine too. I like how Jakal has a clean understanding of what his advantage state, his combo game needs to look like. And I'm just excited. Ooh, a little bit of an L there. Hopefully Jakal, breaking right through the L and getting started. But you know what? Getting a bit diced by those jabs.
So I think what happened there was Jakal broke the bottom block and tried to do a dash attack through the other blocks, but Onin was just in time with 2 other blocks, so he got punished with a big jab string that leads to 30%. And good DI from Jakal to not get hit with the underside of that block. It's very hard to deal with that stage spike. So we're getting 2 towers here, and continuing to break through is Jakal, and tries to go for a burst out from Onin, baits it out. You see that it's very important to see how Jakal utilizes the forward tilt as a way to counteract the blocks, but sometimes you get a little too close to the ledge, and when there's a block off stage, you don't know what can happen. Gets the tech on the back throw, but immediately gets hit with a stone forward smash to take a stock. At 138%, Onin now with the lead.
Yeah. One hit is all Steve needs, and now Diamond is on deck for next stock. That is going to be a problem if Jakal wants to go ahead and seal out this game 1. I will say I love how safely he's playing around block walls right now. Ooh, beautiful up smash to go ahead and carve out the first stock and keep it close to even, given Diamond is on deck, so you got to play very careful around Onin, otherwise he's gonna send you to 74.
You get a lot of hard materials on this stage, which makes it so that Jakal has to use 2 forward tilts to break through blocks, and that's really important in a matchup like this. It's the difference between getting 1 more iron for Onin or having just a little bit longer to react to a burst out from Jakal. All of these things you need to bring into consideration versus Steve, like what materials they're going to be getting on the stage, what materials they build with, and how to break those materials. And you're seeing Jakal, who is very knowledgeable about it, is very good at covering it. But Onin, I mean, I've been talking a lot about Jakal and his counterplay, but Onin's just been playing very solidly. I feel like after taking that stock, just has a lot of control of what's happening, mining when they have the opportunity, always making sure they have iron in the reserves to get out of this disadvantage. And Jakal looking to find a way to cover that minecart with a nair, but Onin now having all stone and iron, the configuration is good to start mining.
He's also doing a really good job of trying to use blocks in an aggressive stage, but you know what? Getting caught up by the back air, no wall to go ahead and save you there. Aggressive anvil paying off as well. Not quite able to get the stock, but now ledge trap, hold up. Jakal getting caught up by the molten lava, and now nice and even, but you know what?
You don't want to do that if you're Onin. Yeah, he burned 2 iron blocks there to get 1 back. Not a great return, but now looking to just get some materials back on this last stock, and the diamond coming into queue very shortly.
Yeah, gold is on deck, but you know what else is on deck? A quick 50% with magma block, baby. All right, down throw dash attack. It is Jakal's turn.
I thought he was going for fair flash.
That would have been raw.
On the mistech, but now Onin with the gold in hand, just, you know, you get faster mining and you get really, really fast normals, racking on 109% with the diamond pickaxe in hand now. Jakal gets the fair back air, and it kills at 87%. Whoever says Wolf is honest has never been hit by that combo, because that combo works. That was DI up. If you DI in, or if you DI down in a way, you can get hit with flash. And if you get hit with flash, you spike and die. So Onin picking the good DI to avoid getting fair flash, instead getting the double jump back air and taking a stock at 87%.
Yeah, Jakal also with the pop-off. You know he wanted it, and he worked hard to get it. So I'm excited to see Onin scratching his head. I will say, that diamond, you know, it was there for 1 stock, but felt like Onin just never had any resources when he needed them. And Jakal took full control of that.
Yeah. These stages that give a lot of hard materials for Steve makes it so that it's very difficult to get a lot of materials and a lot of blocks on deck. If you're on a stage where you're getting a lot of dirt, it's really easy to always have walls. Man, I'm trying to talk about mining, and Jakal just
Trying to kill at 50.
Yeah, just trying to kill at 50. I'm telling you, Wolf back here is very, very broken.
Jackal really only got one wolf in him, and it is the wolf that wants to win. All right, looking for that bear, too, to try to catch Onin, trying to stall. Of course, Onin has been doing a pretty good job at stalling a lot, but here's the thing. He's burning through resources right here. Of course, TNT, one of the things that will use a ton of resources, and now finally getting a chance to mine, but Jakal putting out the pressure, and Onin is already starting to empty that bar.
Yeah, you're going into your second stock with 2 more iron after losing the stock and a gold in hand. And with this gold, I feel like you're going to see a lot of mining from Onin as Onin tries to take a stock there at 50%, gets it up there to catch Jakal in the air, the down tilt as well, and can't find the connection to close out this edge guard, but an up tilt back air to bring Jakal to 93% and taking all the time he can to get his way through. And I like that from Jakal, air dodging through to break the block, and you know, having the invincibility to get through the anvil is really good play to get off the ledge versus that setup.
Yeah.
If you're a Wolf player, this is start taking notes. Yeah, this is really, really good counterplay.
And that still goes through 2 walls as well. That is so good to know.
And down tilt's good at breaking part, like mostly broken blocks as well. It's very fast and relatively lagless.
Yeah, it really feels like Onin can't get, oh my gosh.
Last iron here.
Yeah, last iron here, only like 3 stone. Gold is out as well.
You're
No
You're resourceless. All that Onin has is that diamond. And look how long it takes to get 1 material. This is such a bad spot to be in if you're Onin.
No pick. He has to find a straight hit.
You don't want to burn diamond here. You're at 128. It's so difficult. It takes like maybe 2 seconds to get a single block.
It's looking rough for Onin right here. The nice thing is he does have diamond on the last stock, and so he can definitely make a comeback, which now we're going to be starting it. Jakal not dropping a single stock while just destroying Onin's first 2 and pushing through those resources. All right, missing the spot on the anvil. So if you put the anvil to the sides a little bit more, it doesn't break the block as fast. And so that's kind of what Onin was looking for there, but just breaking the block. And you know what? Breaking the stock from Jakal there. And now it is time to mine. Ooh, minecart, hold up. Now we're moving.
It's very scary to get hit by those big combo starters from Steve, whether it be a moving jab or an up tilt or up air. That'll be careful. But Jakal looking to rack on some percent here. 46% off the double fair nair. Gets another fair, looks for a nair, and just continuing to throw out these hitboxes. And a wall is placed between the 2, and Jakal catches the rhythm of the mining and immediately jumps over. Onin not in a position to call out with that magma block. Everything looking to crumble on the left side of the stage as Onin has to find a way to take a stock here. Down a stock, down a game is Onin, and Jakal going for that air dodge sequence once again, but because the block was on the ground, is unable to break it. Catches the jump with the back air, not enough to take it, 97%, and a wall is built. Jakal Onin forcing the low recovery. Somehow able to get out of the corner. I mean, how do you do that?
Yeah, Jakal just avoiding all the kill attempts here. It feels like Onin is swinging for the hills, really wanting to stock. All right, ledge. Ooh, beautiful nair. Almost getting the down smash too. Shield not gonna pop. And now there is 1 iron. No, there is no iron left. Onin having to just try to use every iron he gets to obey Jakal to get a second more to mine. And now Jakal able to get through. Ooh, beautiful dash attack to call out Jakal's aggression there.
You're seeing Onin just try to find ways to mine literal mid-sequences of movement or hitting. Like, I'm going to mine 2 blocks here. I have no resources. I'm stuck in disadvantage. I have 1 stone and no iron, and now out of it. And Jakal teching the back through, but immediately getting hit with that forward smash, and Onin down to 1 iron and 1 minecart left. The forward tilt not fully connecting, 182%. And Onin with an opportunity here. That was so scary, but Jakal landing with the back air. Jakal also freaking out because, man, that was a scary spot. Steve just swinging that sword like, I dare you to drop him. I just need my 1. Give me my 1. But Jakal doesn't give it to Onin, and Jakal leads with a 2-0 start to the set. It's really hard for Onin to get blocks. I feel like it's the problem here is that Jackal's really good at finding ways to break through those wall setups that allow you to mine. A lot of players don't know their options, but Jackal, when he drops down from Angel Platform, for example, he'll shoot a laser falling and it'll do half damage, so it will break with a Pharaoh or forward tilt. These small little interactions with block are what you need to see from somebody that has so much experience. I mean, 11 sets versus one of the top NA Steeps is going to give you that experience.
Oh, 100%. But you know what? Onin is still a different beast when it comes down to it. But you know what? The only beast I'm seeing right now is Jakal opening up Onin. 94%, folks. And now pushing out the dirt, and already we're starting with the resource grind. I do like the fact that Onin is trying for a little bit more, not able to find the extra pick spike there, but now just positioning for stage control and gold on deck to try to get resources a little bit faster. I like this adaptation from Onin.
Yeah, this is a big help to get this gold pickaxe early on and just get a lot of iron and those heavy blocks to make it so much harder for Jakal. And you see that here, the gold pickaxe comes out immediately for Onin and able to find a stock there. Having so much iron is going to enable those anvils to reversal and as well as those minecarts to get out of this advantage. As I say that, Onin out of iron, but Jakal going to capitalize big on that scramble situation with an up smash out of shield.
Doing such a good job to get that kill. And now Diamond on deck with even stocks, but hold up. Jakal trying to push him to the brink. And now resources are all but gone. Only half a bar and 4 iron here. All right, Jakal doing a pretty good job of playing evasive at first, but Onin catching him up. Looking for the air dodge, just missed timing or missed spacing and not quite sure which. All right, F tilt to push Onin through. I love that Nair falling, but you know what? Don't matter. There's a pickaxe coming for you.
Jakal in a really, really bad spot versus Onin. Onin looking to find a block to cover the up B and also getting the down tilt out, but not able to connect with Jakal. And now this is Onin's time to take this game. You have so much control here. Has a diamond and one in the back, reserved just to hold on to.
Thing is, only 2 iron left. Ooh, the whip on the up smash means that Onin is going to be able to secure it with that forward pickaxe spike off of the jab. Just being ready to convert. I mean, 70%, you know, normally you don't see the jab convert like that late, but Onin just ready to follow up. So
it's hard. It's a rising jab and then also a double jump forward air to close out the conversion. It's not it's not, you know, the easiest confirm ever. It's definitely takes a lot of awareness of the situation to find it.
And that's the big thing, right? Like, the execution isn't like the most severe, but to be aware that that option is what you need in that moment is a whole nother deal. I will say, a little bit weird to be putting the wall that far away. You aren't at a percent where you're going to need to tech off of that. So normally you keep that for the higher percents. But Onin just trying to, you know, cut off part of the stage now. Still just throwing out moves. That is the thing with Steve. That frame data is absolutely egregious. But Jakal, I love the low profile on that up smash, BJ.
Oh yeah, that up smash just it makes it so much easier to anti-air players that land with a hitbox, especially with that low profile. And Onin struggling to find the gold. I think the gold was a really big reason why Onin was more comfortable in the last game, able to get resources that much faster. But with the stone in hand, a forward tilt comes out from Jakal. Continues to put on this pressure, and still the blocks are getting burnt so quickly. And the golden hand getting a lot of dirt on this stage, which is good. Blocks are good, but you know you want those hard materials, especially against Wolf, who can break through dirt with one hit.
Yeah, and now iron is out of play, but you know what? It ain't if you connect the one that you got. And ooh, interesting little interaction, slipping off of the anvil to secure the stock with the magma block. And now 130 on deck. Diamond ready for the next stock as well. Same with gold and a little bit of iron, but the thing is, blocks are almost out, so as long as Jakal can maintain a safe distance and not allow Onin to really mine, all of a sudden you can just go for the whip punishes. That is the goal here, I think, for Jakal.
157% for Onin. Onin looking for any opportunity to get extra credit or blocks, but instead Jakal able to close out that stock with the dash attack. And now the crafting table comes down from Onin in a very precarious spot to mine. You're just right in center stage and easy for Jakal to swat you away. And just waiting to see Onin get a big hit to take some time to get that diamond online.
Yeah, but still, it took so long, and now Onin is already almost all out of blocks again.
And the percent's relatively even now.
Yeah, having to find the time to craft can be a bit of a detriment when your opponent is so good at keeping you away from that crafting table. But you know what? Now, Onin able to find so many more mats and another diamond for the next stock as well.
Anvil comes out, and Jakal trying to find the time to normal get it, but Onin has one more Anvil in his pocket for Jakal as Jakal looks to try to land versus Onin. 27, 35, 45, and continues to put on pressure. Jakal landing with the nair to trigger the pressure plate to detonate that TNT. 62% on Jakal and looking to find a way to make this a 3-1 for Jakal's favor, but Onin has so much control here, scrambling on that iron block, but the down throw into the dash attack gets 2 into an up tilt. 48% and a lack of materials is going to be hard for Onin to set up any situation where you're safe from Jakal's pressure. Jakal bringing it back to even percents.
Yeah, all of a sudden it is still even, but you know what? Look at this, fishing for that up tilt into back air. Might not be able to kill, but that will be a massive amount of percent also.
Oh! The
That's it.
pop-off from Jakal right out of the chair after hitting the deck chase on the down smash. You gotta give it up.
Jersey showing up and Jakal feeling good, making it in to I believe
top eight.
winner
Top
side.
8 winner side.
Top 8
taking
winner
the number 1
side.
seed from Swargo.
Wow.
Jakal essentially now the number 1 seed of the event, moving forward into top 8 winners